Hey guys, gals, sharks, turtles, nudibranchs. Welcome to a new video series. I'm Sean from Scuba Nights, and in this series we're going to be talking about interesting habits and quirks that divers we know have been using, and very successfully I might add. So in today's episode of Unique Diving, we're going to be talking about equalization techniques. So for the most part, we know equalization techniques to be the Valsalva technique where we pinch our nose, blow through our nose, and that's one most of us as divers use on a more consistent basis. Okay, there are some other techniques that some of us use, such as the soloing of saliva and rotating of the jaw. For me, I cannot, for some reason, equalize with any other technique except the Valsalva technique. I don't know why. Could be because of my sinuses. But if you guys have some interesting methods of equalization, or you do not need to equalize for some reason, comment down below. And today we're going to be talking with Desmond. Okay, and learning more about how he equalizes and why it has come to be like that. So I'm gonna put on the video after this and enjoy. Okay. So I'll just go straight into the first one. Maybe you can introduce yourself to the rest of the people who are gonna watch the video. Uh, your name, how long you've been diving for, and what really got you into diving.
I mean, my name's Desmond. I've always wanted to dive, but never took the time to until when did I start diving? Let me check. I've always been more of a sea person, so yeah. So diving is something I always wanted to do. I did my open water with George. What's the date here? August of 2016.
Ah,
So,
okay. So about three and a half years now that you've been diving.
yeah.
So, this apart from what are some places you have been to, or like say it's a bucket list for your for diving, like you want to be able to go to in the future.
I'm still a beginner. I'm still very new to diving. I've only gone to two places for diving, Tioman and Bali, Tulembang.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah, nice places.
yeah, nice. I mean, I like to dive more, but then work commitments and all that in between, plus some of my other outdoor activities, which takes up a bit of my time. So trying to squeeze diving in is, it's just one thing that I've been trying to do.
Yeah, it's quite hard to be able to juggle all this, especially if you have a family they want to go on holiday, but there's no diving involved, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, I want to get back to the water, but it's been quite some time since I've been diving. I've got no dream um, destination. I mean, I've been to Raja Ampat, but not as a diver.
Oh, okay,
Um,
you went there as a just a normal
I
holiday.
I went there on expedition
Oh, nice.
because I do a lot of kayaking, expedition kayaking. Yeah, we have tried diving off a kayak before for Sisters Island
Yeah, in Singapore.
in Singapore to help with the conservation there. We managed to get load up in and out with the dive equipment on the kayaks and all that. Not easy. They somehow they managed to get the system running lah.
Oh, okay, that would be interesting, kayaking, and then after that, just jumping into the water for a dive.
Yeah, but you need the right kayak to carry all that kind of equipment and weight
Oh, that's
and
true. That's true.
still stay stable.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the equalization. So that's kind of like the star topic of today. How you equalize or not equalize at all due to maybe something you do or something you have done before.
I mean, when I was diving with Josh and the guys, they always motion to me to equalize, which I find I didn't need to because there was no discomfort in the ear or anything.
Oh,
but
okay.
I just went through the motion just to make them happy lah.
Mm.
It was only in Bali that I told them actually I never equalized. I just went straight down and I had no problems.
Oh, okay.
Uh, and they also didn't understand. They also couldn't. They didn't understand how I managed to do it. And then I thought back. I thought back about it, and then I realized that it's something that I used to do. I learned from somebody this technique of cleansing out my sinuses in the morning. Because, like I said, I used to have very, very bad sinus.
Ah, okay.
So basically, it's breathing saline water at blood temperature through your nose and breathing that water out through your sinus and then out through your mouth.
Oh, so you breathe in the saline water through your nose, and
Yeah,
then it goes through the sinuses and then come out through your mouth.
and breathes out. And it's not one. It's not one nostril. It's both nostrils at the same time.
Ah, okay.
So that I mean, when I first tried, I mean, when I first tried to learn to do that, of course you would choke. You don't know where the water is going. You don't know how to control. You will get a headache when the water hits the back of your nasal passage.
Mm.
So I guess over time, as I got better at it, you kind of know internally what to shut off and what not to shut off. So
Okay.
the passages are cleared, and then the water just goes through.
Ah, I see. Okay, okay. So, is this something that you do while you're diving subconsciously, or it just becomes natural kind of
I
reflexes for
think
you?
it's a subconscious thing or natural because sometimes, as my mask is filling with seawater, I'm also like kind of purging it out lah.
Ah, so instead of having to, clear your mask like usual, you bring it through your sinuses to get it out.
So my sinus to get it out. But there's a few problems with doing that. Number one, the water is way saltier than saline water.
Mm, okay.
Okay. It will affect you. It will hit the back of your head, and there'll be a slight pain. Number two is that the water is not blood temperature.
Ah, it's a
So
lot colder.
it's a lot colder. So that will affect partly. It will be a bit uncomfortable.
You get sort of
Blood
like a
temperature,
brain freeze.
yeah, you get something like that. But when you do it with blood temperature water, it's actually more comfortable to do it.
Ah,
So
okay.
sometimes I would, I mean, if the mass is not filling up too fast, I would actually do that and push it out through my regulator.
Okay.
That's why there in Bali, I was throwing up underwater.
Throwing up underwater.
I was throwing up because I guess my BCD was too tight, and then
Ah,
after
okay.
all the compression, I mean, because I was going down without any equalization, I was going down quite steadily. So I tended to throw up almost on every dive going down. Um, and I threw up underwater.
Ah, I
So
see.
I basically took out regulator, threw up, threw out, and then put the regulator back in. So George was like, "How the hell do you do that?"
Yeah.
I think all that just comes into play. Learning to shut off certain things in your nasal passage.
Okay. So, your sinuses are still generally bad in the morning kind of things.
No, they're not.
Oh,
I
no.
My sinuses are cleared.
Oh wow. Okay. So for
I have.
for me
I,
myself, I actually have quite bad sinuses in the morning as well. I
mm,
end up using this little bottle. Then you spray it through one nostril and then it comes
yeah,
out the other one. Yeah.
that's a nasal spray.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I
It
do
is
that.
it's something like that, but this is a bit more, so to speak, advanced
Okay.
because you're doing both nostrils, you're clearing out everything, and then it's out through your mouth.
Okay.
So before that, my sinuses was very bad in the morning. My nose would be stuck. It would be leaking. When I started doing this, the first time I did it, the amount of gunk that came out from my sinus was quite disgusting.
Ah. Okay.
There's a lot of things stuck in there. So I would do it every single day, and since then I've never had a sinus attack in the morning ever. Once in a while, I mean I would stop because if you keep doing it all the time, it tends to dry out sinuses after a while.
Oh,
You'll
because
get
it's saline, is it?
uh, So I would stop for a while, and then when I felt like okay, I need to start again, I will start again. Like during this whole COVID-19 thing, I started doing it again just to get the clean out. I don't even think it's disinfecting, but it's just an extra step.
Ah, okay. So
So
is
I've
there
been.
is there something you would recommend to people who are divers but at the same time have this kind of really strong and difficult sinus problems?
I think the sinus part, yes, I would recommend you try it.
Okay.
Don't try it on your own. I mean, I was taught in a specific way. It was from a relative last time who
Hmm.
used to practice yoga, very, very traditional yoga.
Ah, I see.
So
Okay.
it's actually a yoga technique of, I don't know.
It's a
And
yoga technique for clearing your
it,
sinuses.
yeah, and it works for me. So my sinus have always been cleared. And I think somehow that ties into me diving without equalizing. I mean, I've only done open water. I haven't done advanced, so I don't know how much deeper I can go before I can start
Before you have to
equalizing.
start equalizing. Okay.
Because at the moment, I find when I go down, I don't need to do it.
Okay. So maybe in the meantime, they can just use the saline spray that is available in pharmacies, that kind of thing. The
Right,
blood.
it's very simple. It's tap water, warm it up to blood temperature, which is about 36 degrees,
Okay.
37. Tepid water, a little bit of natural salt, like rock salt, salt crystals. Don't
Okay.
use them because there's iodine in there.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So use a natural salt, very small amount, probably about half a teaspoon or so. Dissolve it inside the warm water,
Mm-hmm.
and just breathe in. And when you breathe in, you have to like your body is straight down. You don't do it standing up.
Also tilted, kind of like head downwards.
Yeah, and then you breathe in through your nasal passage and then through out your mouth. So I did a video of it because it was very hard for me to explain to George what I was doing. So I actually did a video of it. I posted on Facebook and I showed it to George.
Ah,
So
okay.
so it's basically you will see me breathing in through a container, water, and everything's coming out through my mouth.
Ah, I see. I see. So, do you mind if I share the video from your Facebook as well with the this post?
Sure. What do you call it? I think if you play like woodwind instruments, I think they call this circular breathing.
Circular breathing, is it? With
It's
woodwind instruments.
yeah, like saxophones and all that.
Okay.
It's about the same kind of technique, lah, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much, very very much for taking your time off to basically talk to me about this whole method of equalization or method of lack of equalization that you use.
Yeah.
Uh, and hope to see you come diving soon.
Yeah.
Maybe when this whole period ends and
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that short interview with Desmond with regards to how he has overcome his sinus problems and how it has affected him positively or negatively during his uh, dives now today. So, if you guys have any interesting methods or ways that quirks of the things that you do while you're diving, feel free to comment below, okay, and let us know what it's like. Okay, I will also be linking the video of Desmond clearing his nose with the blood temperature saline water so that you guys can see and understand what he actually does. If you have any questions or any comments about how this series is like, feel free to again comment down below or just drop a text to one of us. All right, I hope you guys stay safe during this circuit breaker period, and we will dive again soon. Thank you.